Part of God's great design for discipleship starts in the family. If you look in the Bible, there's scripture after scripture after scripture where God tells His people to make sure they tell their kids about God, about who He is and what He's done and how much He loves them. But then there's this guy named Joshua. And in Judges chapter 2, verses 6 through 11, it came time for the generation with Joshua and all the elders with Joshua to die. And in the very next verse, it says that another generation grew up who didn't know God, nor did they follow Him. And in fact, it says that they turned away from God and started serving images of other gods and doing what was evil in the sight of the Lord. So what happened? What happened in Judges chapter 2, verses 6 through 11? Well, what happened was that when the Israelites were traveling through the desert with Moses, and they came to the Jordan and they were finally ready to enter the promised land. And here's Moses, and he gives the baton of leadership to Joshua, and Joshua takes the Israelites across the Jordan and into the promised land. And they're so excited because they could finally start building houses instead of living in these tents in the desert. And they could finally start growing gardens and having farms and animals instead of eating this manna in the desert. They could finally buy and sell and make things and become merchants. And in the midst of all of these great things, they forgot. They forgot to tell their kids about God. And nothing's new under the sun, right? Here we are thousands of years later. The noise of the modern world has us more distracted than ever. Technology and social media and news has us inundated and completely numbed out from what's happening in real life. More and more parents are abdicating their responsibilities. Societal issues are growing at an exponential rate. And what about you? I believe that we can build strong marriages. I believe that we can break generational cycles. I believe that we can live with intention and build a legacy that lasts. You see, at Legacymakers, we train families to live on purpose. And we believe that if we can change enough families, then we will change the world. So would you join this movement? Would you help ignite families to live on purpose, to build legacies that last generations? Would you be a part of seeing family restored to the way that God had intended it, where every generation is setting their hope anew on God? Thanks for watching.